Happy Friday, T Squad. It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with a new behind the scenes tea video. You guys, this situation between Brit Eady and Kenya Moore has spun out of control. Ever since episode 5 aired last Sunday, everybody has had something to say. People have been weighing in with their opinions on who's right, who's wrong, what should have happened, what shouldn't have happened. Well, Andy Cohen, who is an executive producer on all of the Housewives shows, including the Real Housewives of Atlanta, he had a lot of things to say on Watch What Happens Live and on his podcast, and he had others weigh in, and you're going to be very shocked at the things that were said. So let's get into it. On Sunday's episode of Watch What Happens Live, Cynthia Bailey was a guest on the show, and he asked her how she felt about the entire situation. Let's get into what Cynthia had to say.
Of your reaction last week to Brit coming after Kenya so hard.
I was shocked. I was not able to be at that all cast. And I heard about it, so just actually watching it, I was a little disappointed in the way she behaved. I felt like it was inappropriate, but I felt like she was remorseful in the end, which is good.
I think she just got caught up, like Usher says. She got caught up and started talking a little too much, but I think she does have a good heart at the end of the day. And forgiveness, let's lead with forgiveness.
Well, okay. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about next. Did you feel like Brit was genuine in coming in with flowers to Kenya's event tonight? And would you have accepted the flowers as an olive branch? I mean, what was your reaction?
She was genuine. I did tell Brit this part didn't make the episode, but when she came in, I think I may have been talking to Portia when Brit came in with her gorgeous flowers. Kenya's special, if she's not ready to receive you yet, is to call security and put you out. So I was like, this is great because you showed out in the parking lot. So this is a good gesture for you, but don't be surprised if you get put out.
Tell me your reaction in the room. Tell me the reaction in the room and your reaction to Kenya's pulling out the poster boards.
Yeah, tell us, girl. Tell us.
Oh, no, you put me in the hot seat.
Yeah.
I did not know where the presentation was going, to be honest.
Right.
We were there to support Kenya's hair care spa. Like, I've seen her work on this for so long. This was literally her moment.
And she said it was for her daughters.
Yes. It was just such a positive moment. And we were all there to support her. So I just didn't see it coming, to be honest. I felt like it took the focus from her hair care spa to...
Which is beautiful.
Which is amazing.
Incredible.
Which is amazing to this kind of dark moment.
What was your reaction?
This. Tell you, Andy, I live in Atlanta now. I'm not trying to get caught up with these ladies.
Yeah, right.
Danielle don't want no smoke.
None, honey.
Well, let me say, I was very shocked at Cynthia's response to the questions regarding Andy. I know this lady ain't walking in my yard with her dog. What the is you doing, old lady? If she let her dog in my yard, I'm gonna knock this old lady's socks off. Y'all, I'm sitting up here filming, and I see this old white lady walking through my front yard. Has she lost her rabbit ass mind? I'm pretty looking like Paula Deen. Excuse me, y'all. I thought I was about to have to go outside and get nook if you buck. A heifer. Anywho, back to what I was about to say. Regarding Cynthia's response to her reaction to seeing what happened between Brit and Kenya on episode 4, where Brit was threatening Kenya with a pow pow over and over and over again, and yelling and cussing her out and calling her out of her name. For Cynthia to say that she was disappointed in it and that she felt like, she overreacted or whatever, but that she was remorseful. And it was like making light of the situation. Like, this wasn't a situation where they was trading jabs and throwing shade. She literally threatened her with a weapon. I don't understand how they're taking this lightly. Like, she just said, "Oh girl, shut up," or something like that. Like, if it was you and you had just met this person a few weeks prior and she's been coming for you relentlessly for the last few weeks, coming at you, trying to have an issue with you, and then she makes this moment way bigger than what it was, and then goes to threaten you with a weapon, and you're just like, oh, she was just overreacting. She was, doing a little too much, but, she was remorseful. She came with flowers. What? Like, I don't know what planet these people are living on, but I'm just can't wrap my head around why they're taking her threats so lightly, like they were nothing. And then for Cynthia, in another clip, she said that she felt like what Kenya did was disgusting, and she was very upset with Kenya's response to the whole entire situation, and that she took focus off of the salon and everything, and she didn't like that. Granted, I don't have an issue with her saying that, because if you're somebody's friend, you are supposed to hold them accountable. But to downplay what Brit did to cause all of this is what's giving me a mind fuck. Because it's like, have y'all not watched the same show that we the viewers watch, where we saw this girl since episode 1, since their first encounter, coming for her, and then, like I said, threatens her life multiple times? So we're gonna negate all of that and just hold the responser accountable. That is blowing me. It really, truly is. Then on Andy's podcast, he broke down the situation, and he and his co-hosts said this.
What happened is that Brit made a comment at the end of last week's episode, like, I have a and a whip or something like that.
I saw that.
And on this week's episode, they all said to Brit that you can't say that shit. And she was like, yeah, you're right. Whatever. She shows up to Kenya's opening of her gorgeous salon, which is beautiful, that Kenya has worked so hard on, that she dedicated to her daughter. And it's this big event, opening it with all these people there. And Brit comes in and brings her flowers and says, I want to apologize to you, and a note. And Kenya totally ignores her, like totally. And Brit's like, okay, I'm just going to leave these here. And Brit leaves. And then Kenya gets up and makes her whole opening about someone came after me and they shouldn't have. And I started looking into who this woman is, and this is who she is. And she starts showing pictures of her.
With like poster board that she printed out.
And this is like
one of the pictures is
revenge
her.
Type.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the pictures is her
oral sexing.
Yeah. And so, and the Atlanta Housewives are like, we're out. We don't want any, the place like clears out.
Yeah.
And then there's and Cynthia said, in all my time at the show, this is the lowest I've ever seen anything get. And,
put it on my coat.
Oh my God. Anyway, so that's what, and then there's a slide at the end of the show that says, Bravo, stop filming with Kenya after this.
Well, they say, like, there's all this talk of, after the Me Too movement, it's like, if you show someone a pic or a nude pic without them saying, yes, I would like to see that right now, that's like sexual assault. You can't just go around being like, hey, someone did it to me the other day. I was at a workout class and they were like, hey, look at this guy from last night. And I was like, I didn't ask to see that right now.
Right. Yes, Jordan?
Well, I was going to say, the bad part of it and the sad part of it was that, like you said, it was Kenya's opening of her store that she's worked so hard for, and that it's been Kenya Moore hair care for years. Yes. And it was like a big moment for her.
Why did she do that?
She should have been celebrating herself, but instead she used the time to like do revenge and bring somebody else down. And at the end of the day, it was such a bad look for Kenya.
Yeah, why would she do
she
that?
sabotaged herself and her business.
Yeah. What was she thinking?
Jody from Minneapolis, what did you think?
Yay, hi. Also, I'm just so proud of Bravo and how they handled it, and all the housewives that left after Kenya showed it. It was so trashy, and it was so negative and ugly, and I don't know, I think a few years ago, not all the wives would have left after that, but I'm really proud that they all left. And, Brit making that comment about lips, I don't know, I didn't feel like it was totally like, I'm going to go kill you, Kenya. I think it was just her talking smack, and oh my gosh, Kenya just took it way too far. Yes.
So let's rewind. When Kenya did her interview last year on the Tamron Hall show, Tamron asked her how her relationship basically was with the network and everything, and she said that she'd been in constant contact with Andy. He had been really supportive of her, one of the people that she talked to the most during that time. So to now see the episodes air and everything, and for Andy to basically shame Kenya and not Brit is once again really messing with my head, because as you just saw, once again, people are taking light of the situation with what caused all of this. Like, that's just like, oh, she was just talking mess. You don't play around with stuff like that. You don't play around with pow violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, what world are we living in where a person can tell you in an argument that they have a pow on them and you take that lightly? Let this had been on Jersey or Beverly Hills or one of the Miami or New York, one of the white franchises. Let somebody had said to Kyle Richards while arguing, I have a pow on me, several times, and she went to the network and said, y'all need to handle this. Baby, it would have been handled and that person would have been fired. But I guess because it's a black woman, then it's just like, oh, they were just talking trash to one another. They didn't mean it. Black women don't argue like that. When we say we have something on us or we're going to hit you, we mean it. So you just don't get to talking about, I got a pow on me, I got a pow on me, don't make me get that's a threat, bro. And since Andy's co-host wants to bring up the Me Too movement, how about let's bring up the Black Lives Matter movement that Bravo was very behind, had numerous specials and things and sit downs during that time where they discuss, Black Lives Matter, gun violence, and all of those things. So let's put this in perspective. If you're at your workplace, which these women were, they were at their job. They were filming for this network. Let's put it into the perspective if you're at your job in a corporate office and you have a verbal altercation with a coworker or employer, and that person says to you, while arguing, that they have a weapon on them, not once, not twice, but several times. First of all, everybody in there is about to clear out and run, because we all know how in America we have had so many incidents with pow violence, with school pows, and all of these things where people have flew off the handle and sprayed and unalived multiple people. So if you're in a corporate business office setting and somebody is telling you while arguing that they have a weapon on them, you're not going to take that lightly. You're about to run. Security is about to be called. The police is about to be called. That is not something that you would take lightly. So just because Kenya and these other women are filming a reality show, it's supposed to just be, oh, they was talking smack? No. Once again, black women don't argue and fight that way. We simply do not. But it's giving very much because it's a black woman, and we all know black women are the most disrespected, unsupported, unprotected women on the planet. It's just like, oh well, she apologized, she was remorseful, lies you tell. And once again, remember, these two women didn't know each other. They had only been around each other a handful of times in the short amount of time that they did get to spend with each other filming. So this woman that I don't know threatens me And it's just, oh, she was just talking smack. What the hell are y'all talking about? This is the part that I just can't get with, where y'all want to hold Kenya's feet to the fire and say that it was tacky and disgusting and trashy and all of these things. And then for Andy's co-host to say that that was SA, shut your ass up. Shut up. Shut up. So once again, if we're going to hold people accountable, let's go back then and hold the men of Jersey accountable for playing poker that one night and passing around the video of Danielle Staub having schmecks and laughing and joking about it. Like, come on, bro. Let's not do this. The double standards over there on Bravo and the NBC Universal it's mind-boggling to me, because there is a big double standard from how they do the Black Housewives versus how they do the white franchises, and that needs to be fixed immediately. Oh, and before I even continue, Cynthia saying that was the most disgusting thing she's ever seen on Housewives. So you think that was more disgusting than Phaedra literally claiming that Kandi and her husband were going to grape and hold Portia captive in a basement, something that she made up out of thin air? You don't think that was the worst thing you ever seen on Bravo? One of the worst things you ever seen on Bravo? Girl, get out of here. Anywho, so Kenya said the two co-hosts are extremely ignorant. SA is grape. Remember, that's what Phaedra accused Kandi of attempting to do to Portia. Revenge P. If someone showed Kim K schmex tape to you, is that revenge P? I found that plus tons others online. She signed a release for it, so it's fair. Receipt. Warning, if you are not an attorney and familiar with Georgia law, then shut the F up. Sick of the bias and selective outrage. I mean, these comments should not have aired. It's a podcast. Where is legal? You don't want activated Kenya. I shouldn't have shown at my event, but for the love of God, why would they ignore a clear pow threat? And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, hold everyone accountable, and you can't just have selective outrage. You can't antagonize a person, threaten a person, and then the only person that is held accountable is the responser. Come on now. Stop. Girl, I can't. This is really pissing me off, y'all. It really truly is. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section, what do you think about Andy's response? What do you think about Cynthia's response? What do you think about Kenya's response to Andy's co-host? Let's talk about everything down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel if you have not, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.